Hello, and welcome to Out of the Ordinary. In 1986, reactor number 4 of the Chernobyl power plant exploded, forcing the local government to evacuate the nearby city of Pripyat. Many people lost their lives, and the people that were forced to evacuate left behind many worldly possessions, and in many cases also things like family pets. Much of the surrounding area, and much of the town, are still blanketed in radiation that makes going there on foot in person quite dangerous. However, there are still those that want to see what the city looks like now, so many years after the tragic accident. I myself have always wanted to visit Pripyat and to see the local sights, mostly to witness the atmosphere, see how things are progressing, and see if anything catches my eye. But until I'm able to, I'll talk to those that did go. So today's guest is somebody that I reached out to that indeed did take one of these trips. However, English was not this person's first language, and so they chose to answer the questions I had in a text format. So today's video will be a speech-to-text for the answering side. The purpose of these videos is to hear from somebody that experienced something different, something unique, something not as mundane. To have an interesting dialogue that may lead you down an interesting rabbit hole one night. So, enjoy. What made you want to visit Chernobyl?
Weekdays in the office. I try to go to some interesting and not popular places every weekend. I travel a lot on the motorcycle, and Chernobyl zone was the place I wanted to visit a long time ago. Also, I was a huge fan of the Stalker game series and still are, but now I don't have the desire anymore to play games and sit in front of a computer longer than 8 hours per day.
Generally speaking, how did you go about getting in?
I booked a tour through a tour operator called D&D, not the cheapest one, but I guess it's worth it. All was great. Guides showed us places and we were the first everywhere. It was Sunday and there were a lot of tourists, including from other countries.
How would you describe the atmosphere during the day and at night?
The atmosphere was out of the limit. The Soviet Union is frozen at those places. All windows are broken and all buildings are in critical condition. They are collapsing. Everything is rusty everywhere. Over the years a lot of vegetation has appeared there, so in 20 to 30 years these buildings will collapse if nothing is done. We were only during the day. However, I'm sure the atmosphere is much cooler there at night.
Did you encounter any security?
We visited the zone in a legal way. We were checked several times for radiation, and each had a special dosimeter around his neck. Before the entrance, we were checked by a policeman, and then there were 2 more checkpoints.
Did you encounter any wildlife?
Yes, there are a lot of dogs and they are all relatives to each other. The guides asked us not to touch them because no one knows where these dogs walk, and there are still places contaminated with radiation in the zone. Also on the way back, we saw a deer that ran across our road. I know that there are still many Przewalski's horses. We have not seen them, but my friend, who went on the same day, saw them.
Is there anything else you would like to add about your experience there?
Yes, I would like to go there illegally, for 3 to 4 days, because we didn't see many places we wanted. There are wild places, and there you can feel how our cities would look after the apocalypse. But you have to be very careful there because there are still dirty places.